Hey guys, it's Czar back with another video. And in this video, I want to talk to you guys about the hard life and the easy life, and why I think that the hard life is actually the easier life. So I'm going to give you two examples of two people. And the first one is going to be someone who moves through their life with kind of just no ambition, just, living for every moment, right? Instant gratification, always just doing, always, doing bad things, not bad things, but, bad habits, smoking, drinking, all this shit, right? Eating bad food. And yeah, so we'll start out with that first. So the person who, just goes through life through the motions, doesn't really have ambitions, doesn't really give a shit, just kind of, chilling with friends, smoking pot, drinking, eating shitty food. I'm not against this, but I'm just, like I said, just stick with me. So, and this person's probably broke, right? Because they're not, there's some people that make a lot of money and do these things, but I'd say for the most part, most people that smoke and drink and, are chronic drinkers and chronic smokers, they're probably not the most wealthiest people on the planet. But these people, right? If you're broke and you want to smoke pot every day and you want to drink, that's a fucking struggle, bro. That's a struggle, because if you don't have money to even pay for your fucking house, that's a struggle, right? And it's another thing if, like, let's say, like, you're addicted to drinking and you smoke every day, right? You smoke cigarettes or pot, whatever. You're you're most likely gonna feel like you always need those substances to feel like sane, right? Because that's all you've been doing for most of your life, right? You don't really, you know what it's like to be sober, of course, but you don't like being sober because this shit sucks, right? To you, it sucks. So, you're always trying to, like, buy more beer, get another bag of weed, and, you're always, like, struggling to pay for it, because you have to, that money that you won't make it at your parts, or, at the fucking grocery store, wherever you work, that has to go to your rent, and that has to go to things that make you survive, right? Like your house and shit, right? So in that regard, it still sucks for you, because life sucks. Like, first thing, your life sucks. Like, if you're addicted to chronically addicted to any type of drug, honestly, I'm just saying beer and pot and cigarettes, because that's the most common, but you could be addicted to any drug, right? And if you're always looking for money to buy pot and beer and whatever, that's like, you're always worrying, like, that you're not gonna have enough money to get high or get fucked up. And if you live your life like that, you can go from the age of 20 to whenever you die, going like that your whole goddamn life, always looking for the, like, next little thing, that next little piece of cake, that next little scoop of ice cream, right? These little fucking instant gratifications, right? Okay, so that's the first life, right? That's a life of just complete struggle. And let's say, you don't have a fucking wife or kids or anything, you just have a couple friends that get fucked up with, or you don't have any friends at all. That is a miserable life, right? Now, I'm gonna go to the hard life, which is the life that you want to eventually have financial abundance, be able to travel, not worry about money, not worry about being addicted to anything, having good habits, right? This life is equally as hard in the beginning, though. In the beginning, it's hard, right? Because let's say from the age of 20 to, let's say you're like, all right, I want to be successful when I grow up. And you start at the age of 20, right? By the age of 30, there's a real good likelihood that you'll be somewhat successful. Not like, you're not going to be you might not be wicked famous, but you probably will be somewhat successful in 10 fucking years. If you're working, right? But the thing that's hard about within those 10 years, you really can't hang out with friends and eat out too much, right? Because you're going to be spending time on your grind, on your purpose, on what you're trying to do. And you really can't develop bad habits either. You really can't be under the influence of drugs all the time, or beer. There's some successful, like, pot smokers, of course, right? I don't think pot's bad, but you know, it's gonna be hard for you if you're doing heroin and fucking coke all the time to focus on your you know, on being successful. So this life is still hard because for however long it takes for you to be successful, you're gonna have to avoid all the shit that the dude doing the easy life is doing, right? You can't smoke, you can't fucking you know, you like I said, you can do these things, you can't do them all the time. You can't be addicted to these things, and they're very addictive, by the way. You can't be beating off to porn all the time. You can't be eating junk food every day. You can't be hanging around with shitty people. You can't be fucking worrying about things that don't matter. Are you kidding me? You have to put your focus to what you're doing. And anything that's just, you know, you can't be fucking stalking people on Instagram and doing all this bullshit, gossiping with people. You have to focus on your fucking thing. Our mind, like, it can only handle so many, like, thoughts in a day. And if you're focusing on all that other shit that I just talked about, how the hell are you gonna fucking do any of the shit that you need to do? But the thing is like, it's still hard because, you know, a lot of these business people, a lot of these people that have just are kind of self-made, it's kind of a lonely fucking path, you know, because not a lot of, you know, you might not have a lot of people behind you supporting you. You might not have a lot of influences, a lot of role models. So it's kind of like, you're like a fucking lone wolf, man. And that sometimes can be depressing, right? Like for me sometimes, not all the time, but I get lonely sometimes, you know, because like, you know, I have some people that I associate with, you know, I have some friends here and there that I hang out with, but there's not a single person in my life currently, you know, that I see often that is kind of the same as me. They don't have to be exactly the same, but not like they don't have the same interest, you know, they're not trying to be big in life. I haven't met someone in my life yet that's trying to, I mean, maybe one person I know, but I'd say like 98% of people I come across don't have are not ambitious, right? I mean, like wicked ambitious. Like I'm talking like you're trying to be like fucking global. You're trying to do like crazy shit with your life, right? I don't come across those people, at least in where I live, right? You know, I think of like where I live is kind of the land of average. Like everyone just likes to be average up here. It seems, you know, I live in a small town, but everywhere I go, I just see like, I don't see a lot of people that are hyped about life. But anyways, right, back on topic. So both lives are equally challenging, right? Equally challenging, but I think, you know, for the person that wants to be successful, think about when you do become successful in 10 years, right? It might take you 10 years of depression, anxiety, you know, a shit ton of ups and downs, constantly ups and downs, right? But at the end, right, when you finally are financially independent, you're working on your business, you know, you have some money, you have, you know, a family. Maybe you don't have to have a family to be happy, but, you know, let's just say you have a family, you have some kids, you have a few friends here and there that are really ambitious and are like you. Your life from fucking 30 till you die is heaven. You know, again, I'm speaking for the majority. I'd say there's you know, look at celebrities, right? You know, a lot of celebrities are depressed. They take, you know, some of them, like, the fuck's her name? Whitney Houston, I mean, Michael Jackson, they all took drugs, I believe, right? Don't quote me on that, but they did that because sometimes they get depressed. Not everyone who's successful is happy, but I'd say like a good 80% of them are. And I can tell you one damn thing, that the people that are always living for instant gratification and fucking smoking, drinking, eating shitty food, hanging out with shitty people, they know deep down in the core of their soul, right? It might not be like thoughts, but their soul like kind of knows like, man, my life sucks. It really sucks. And it's gonna be like that till you die. If you keep it up, it's gonna be like that till you die. So that's the easy life. If you wanna live the easy life, do that. If you wanna live the hard life, you might have to go through 10 to 20 to 30 years of difficulty. But when you finally arrive at the day where you can say, all right, I don't really have to worry about too much anymore. You still can have you can still have minor worries, right? About your kids, about your business, right? But like, it's not gonna be as bad as when you're drinking every day, beating off every day, doing all these fucking minor, like these little instant gratification pleasures that last 5 seconds, right? So that's kind of like my analysis of the good life, or the hard life and the easy life. Let me know what you think down below, if you agree with me, if you like my perspective. Yeah, so that concludes this video. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell, because that will let you know when I've uploaded a video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave me something down below, and I'll do my best to respond. As always, I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.